Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I'll be taking a look at this Takina figure from Licorice Recoil. So this is actually a line made by Taito, which is the desktop cute line, and I'm actually quite interested in this because I feel like putting something in my desk, something anime related, just for the background of the videos, just because my background really mainly consists of my speaker and my controllers everywhere, and it's quite a mess right now. So I really want to make something, decorate this a bit more, maybe somewhere near my Switch right there. So yeah, I thought this would probably fit in really well. So this line actually consists of two figures, which is Chisato and Takina herself. So yeah, I got the Takina version for today, and yeah, this actually sales for outside of Japan only. Since this is a Taito figure, I'm not sure if this is a figure that you can get from the Crane games, but I'll have to research on that. The answer will be here somewhere. If it's yes, or if I didn't find it, it's going to be down here, right here, the answer's there. So yeah, I think this is a quite interesting figure. It looks really adorable, so that's the main reason why I got this in the first place. So yeah, enough rambling, let's take a look into this figure. So I'm just gonna get a more close-up look right here. So let's just crack this open real quick. It should be quite easy because there's only a couple of tapes here. Maybe I should not use a blunt, what do you call it, scissors like this. This scissors a bit rusty. I don't know why it's rusty, but it's a bit rusty. So let's just clip this open real quick. I don't really have problems breaking the box a bit because it's just a small figure. So let's just open it from the top right here. I'm trying my best to balance the camera and what you guys can see because it's a bit zoomed in if I use the one-time lens. So yeah, let's just try to open this. 0.5 this again. So here is the packaging. Actually very minimal. There's nothing much in here, so I think it's going to be a relatively short episode. You don't even get a manual here, so it's just this figure is being held by two slabs of plastic basically, and you just cut open this tape right here. Actually, I don't need to cut this open, I can just peel it off. That's easily peelable, and we have our figure right here. So actually, something I noticed earlier when I was reading the bottom of the box, this was made in China. So yeah, if you're some person who's a bit picky about where their figures are made, that's just for your information, a heads up. This is actually made in China, not made in Japan. So I think that is probably worth considering as well, but it honestly doesn't matter if the figure is really good. So here is the figure itself. It's actually really nice, actually. Yeah, it feels like the Relax Time figures, actually. I've never really reviewed the Relax Time figures, actually. So yeah, it actually feels similar to it, even though like the Relax figure is like almost twice the price, I would say. But this is actually really nice for a figure that is from, I'm assuming it's from a Crane game. If you can win, this is actually pretty nice. So here is the details right here. Here's, oh, that, yep, you can, yeah, that's just for fan service shots. You can see we also have details down there. We also have, the paint is really nice as well. I'm going to take a Nendoroid for reference because most of the figures I have in my place right now are Nendoroids. Actually, not just is, actually I have a bunch of them. So here is a Bocchi Nendoroid figure just for scale. She's actually not that far taller than the Takina figure we have here, if my camera would focus. So yeah, it's not that much bigger, but it's a bit more proportional, I guess. If you want something that looks more like a human, this is a bit better because the proportions are quite nice. As opposed to this, maybe you're not into Nendoroids. Personally, I'm really into Nendoroids, as evident because the last figure review was a Nendoroid. So yeah, I think this is actually pretty nice, actually. The paint, the overall paint and the overall details on this figure is actually really nice, especially with like the wrinkles and everything on her robe right here, which is really nice, actually. So yeah, I think they did really good with the picture. I think the picture is it represents quite well. I think it's just a bit, I feel like the picture is a bit more saturated. In real life, it's the skin color is a bit more white than it is on the box. Actually, I feel like the box is a bit more pink. It looks like she's a bit more pale, but I don't see that as much of a difference compared to the box art. So yeah, I think this is quite okay. And considering the price point of this this what do you call it, this figure not being that much actually, I'm not sure about the yen price, but I'm gonna list the yen price down here somewhere. It's actually quite reasonably priced, I guess. It's not that expensive. It's not like an Android set like this, which is really expensive actually compared to this Takina figure, which is like only like 1/3 of this. At least from where I live, it only costs 1/3 of an Android. And just for a comparison right here, your standard size Nendoroid box right here, it's actually only 2/3 as tall as a Nendoroid box, and also 2/3 as wide as a Nendoroid box. Actually, it might be a bit less. Maybe it's 3/4, 75% the length of a Nendoroid box. As for the thickness, it's basically the same. So yeah, overall, this is a smaller box in general. The figure is not necessarily smaller than a Nendoroid, because obviously the Nendoroid is a bit bigger in terms of like the stuff you get in it. And honestly, the unboxing was a bit underwhelming because there's nothing much to do in terms of unboxing. It just pops out of the place and that's it basically. So yeah, honestly, I think this figure is quite nice. I think you get it. I think you probably should. If you're a fan of Licorice Recoil and you're a fan of designs like this, I think you should go for it. This model, I was about to say kit because I'm so used to reviewing Gunpla, but this model is actually quite nice. Like, just for the overall details, I think it's not lacking. But if there's only one criticism I would give to this figure, it's just the skin color is a bit off. It's a bit less saturated than the picture, so I think that's a bit of a letdown, but not necessarily a deal breaker because the paint job is actually quite nice. I don't see any lingering problems or any particular problems in the paint job anywhere in the figure, so I think that's a really plus point. I think a bit on the bottom part, let me just hide this part. Yeah, we have the Made in China label down there and at her thighs. So yeah, I think this is not that bad. It's actually pretty good. I feel like there's some Nendoroids that I've found, in particular, especially with the accessories they have, which don't really necessarily have a good paint job. But this overall, it has no really any noticeable problems with it so far that I've seen. I've checked basically all angles here, even in the bottom part here. I feel like they didn't miss a single spot, which is quite nice. So yeah, overall, my verdict is you probably should get this if you're a fan of Licorice Recoil, if you're a fan of Takina in general. So yeah, I think this is a pretty good set of figure right here. So yeah, if you're considering on buying this, you probably should buy it because it's pretty good. And it's actually quite cheap as well, so you don't have to break the bank also to get this figure. So yeah, I guess that's all for this review. I don't think there's anything much I can say here. That's why it's a bit of a short episode, shorter than what I usually do. I usually do like 20-minute videos, and yeah, I feel like I wanted to get something out quite quick for now because I don't have that much time to upload anything really these days. So yeah, enjoy this short review. I'm going to do a short spin on this figure just so you guys can see a bit of every details apart from the obvious that you probably want to see from this figure. And if you want me to review the Chisato one next, I can do the Chisato one next if I want to. So yeah, I guess that's it for today's review. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for staying the 8 minutes or 10 minutes of this video. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Like if you like this video, subscribe if you want to see more of my content in the future. So yeah, I guess that's all. Thank you for watching and enjoy the spin.